The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. It's been said that Karl Anthony Towns is the prototypical modern big man in the league. There's no doubt that he's a star with all the potential in the world, but would you guys agree he represents the future of that position?
You know, I like him one because he's from Jersey, and he can play inside and outside. He's lengthy and strong, but he's very mobile, agile, and futile.
His skill set is coveted by every player.
Fruitile?
Oh, no question.
I got that
What's
from,
fruitile?
I got it from Dick Vitale. I don't know.
Fruitile?
I heard Dick Vitale say it.
What does fruitile mean?
Fruitile is like it's fruitful, but it's got a lot of tile to it.
But it's futile as well. It's a futile fruitful.
Got a lot of tile to it.
It's got a lot of tile to it.
Fruitile.
That means he can lay it down. He's got a lot of tile to his
Yeah.
fruit.
That's right, Ernie. He can lay his game down.
He can lay it down.
And his
Sorry.
game is sweet like
Sorry,
fruit.
I'm so out of step.
Yeah, you're not a
almost
millennial.
time for the tip-off. See you next time.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We've got a capacity crowd in a sold-out arena here in downtown Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. And, of course, they're still without Kemba Walker.
Kevin, he went down a few weeks back, and the good news is they're expecting him back shortly.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, you know, sometimes it can be a problem when you have as much talent as the Timberwolves do on their team. And it's a lot of offensive talent as well. So are there enough touches for everybody? Now, Karl Anthony Towns says yes. He says, no matter what, we are all going to eat. There is enough food on the table for all of us. Kevin, this is always a problem for you, but we're going to let you eat first.
All right, D.A., not a problem. I ordered more than enough for all of us. And Doris, at the end of last season, the Timberwolves debuted their rebrand plans for this season.
Well, it was the right time, I think, to keep the logo fresh, and the team did a great job. You feel as if this will be the constant look for what is a new era in Minnesota basketball.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Carter Williams is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the small forward. And the shot falls short this time. Teague with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. Here's Towns. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
No second chance bucket, right? You have to put a body on Towns or he'll devastate you.
Screen by Howard. To the paint, Towns with the steal. Lets it fly. And that one hits back iron. And it's the Hornets ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right, there has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
Here's Teague following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. Back to Wiggins. Here's Towns. That one a little long.
1 for 4 right now. A little sluggish coming out of the gate.
Here's Batum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Batum's got his first points of the night. Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Down low, there's the screen, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
What a quick read by Towns, always keeping his head up.
The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Mavericks.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
Well, and that's exactly how you have to protect the basket, right? Exceptional job setting the tone on the defensive end, deep at the rim.
Butler, Williams with the block. Here's Towns. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender. Boy, when you watch Cat play out there, you can forget exactly how young he is. The poise and manner of a 10-year vet, and very aware of what is happening on the court.
And the first one at the line is good. And while Towns does play beyond his years, he is definitely young, to the point where he was actually younger than every member of both starting fives, Doris, in the national championship game last season in college basketball.
I think it's got to be a scary thought for the league that Cat is still years away from what should be his prime. It's rare to see a player so young have such great court awareness, and I think that's the thing that separates good players from great players.
Now here's Carter Williams. He kicks it to Howard. Dishes it to Lamb. From 11 feet away, Howard. Tries yet again. Outside for Batum. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Butler in the corner. Butler can't get that one to fall. The Hornets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Outside, Batum. Howard kicks to Lamb. Back to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. No good on the triple. And Teague has it in the corner. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Howard with the screen on Wiggins. Batum passes to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And you look at the stats, Howard's at his best in the pick and roll.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Towns a screen on Carter Williams. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Butler. That one no good. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Carter Williams kicks to Lamb. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players, not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game. Unbelievable.
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And he gets the bucket. Carter Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
Teague against Carter Williams. Teague kicks to Towns. The baseline J. And the jumper is on the mark. Towns has got 8 points. Charlotte trailing. Carter Williams with it. There's a screen by Williams. Carter Williams kicks to Howard. Outside Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jeff Teague. And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who is stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career. And he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Timberwolves. Taj Gibson's checked in for Jack. Crawford comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague. Charlotte also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Howard, and Monk's subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And both free throws good for Williams. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Monk dishes to Zeller. Feeds it to Carter Williams. Over Brooks. Charlotte no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Wiggins passes to Towns. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams.
Well, Taj Gibson is a big-time power player. This guy remarkable at getting hit and able to finish nonetheless.
Patton, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Well, with Taj Gibson on the court, you know you're going to get great energy and intensity, and you're going to get it at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, there's no question. The fervor that Gibson plays with on the defensive end, to me, rubs off on his teammates. He never takes a play off. He works endlessly to make life tough for his assignment. This guy is underrated as a defensive force in the NBA.
To the middle, here's Muhammad, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Monk with the ball, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Here's Bacon. He feeds it to Stone. Here's Bacon, defended by Gibson. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
A second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Hornets.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage and high volume shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, with the influx of talent that the Wolves have had the last handful of years, they feel a pressure to win. Fans are wondering when all that talent will mature. Expectations are being raised for this group.
Stone kicks to Monk. Passes it to Bacon to end the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. Bacon's got his first basket of the night.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the Timberwolves, Doris, with the longest playoff drought in the league.
Well, and Kevin, I think you have seen tremendous growth with this team the last few years. But remember, they're in the unforgiving Western Conference. I think they believe the infusion of veteran talent gives them an opportunity to make the leap and get to the postseason.
The Timberwolves with only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, you've spoken in the past about the art form of drawing a foul. Who are some of the best players that you've seen in executing that?
Well, I think the preeminent guy at this point would have to be James Harden, right? And this guy specializes in the and one, the 3-shot opportunities from 3. And listen, that is part of the game, and we do not want to take that aspect away, right? Because and ones have always been a part of the game. What we need to evaluate is at what point does a shot attempt begin versus those guys who are throwing themselves, or in James Harden's case, sometimes grabbing the arm of the defender and creating a foul where none existed before.
He's been very clever in perfecting that, and I give him credit because he has taken what's given and really exploited it.
It might become known if they make a change as the Harden rule, Kevin.
It probably will be. Here's Stone. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Monk, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
On the wing, Brooks. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Hey, Doris, Shabazz Muhammad, a player that has slid nicely into that 6-man role, comes in looking to score, but does so in an efficient manner and can help his offense without taking too many shots.
Right, Kev. You don't find too many 6th men who will come and consistently shoot over 45%. Shabazz Muhammad has done exactly that, and it's rare to have that kind of efficiency off the bench.
Here's the screen. Stone kicks to Monk. There's Bacon. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Brooks dishes to Crawford. Pass to Patton. Let's go. Muhammad, no luck.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Here's Stone. Brooks covering. Stone passes to Monk. And Gibson sends it back. The Timberwolves missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And he knocks down the first one. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. And it just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games are given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Stone kicks to Monk. There's the dish to Howard. Here's Bacon. Muhammad covering. Here's Howard. Got a hand on it. Brooks outside. Kicks to Crawford. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Brooks. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
I tell you what, Monk's ability there to finish in traffic shows some toughness, even though he was fouled.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And Greg, as you said, Monk has that ability to take over with his shooting.
I mean, Monk looks to get going with his scoring at all times, and he's just got that shooter's mentality where all shots are good shots. That can be a positive and a negative, but I prefer he have that aggressive mentality when it comes to scoring the basketball.
Here's Gibson. That one wide left. Here's Stone. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. On the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
2 shots.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Crawford, and it's Patton in at center. And, Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
And Land drops them both. Here's Brooks. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, something special is brewing in Charlotte. Point guard Kemba Walker said, "It's a great start. We know how to play with each other, and we love playing with each other. The best thing is how hard we all work. We're going to grow." Kevin?
And that kind of optimism is terrific, David. Thank you. Walker and the Charlotte Crews seem to be a perfect match.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. There's the feed to Kaminsky. On the wing, Lamb trying his luck deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded closely. Tries again. He lays it in. Patton's got 5 now.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
They swipe it. Here's Crawford. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Lamb dishes to Kaminsky, and it's blocked. Crawford right side. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Crawford's got his second bucket.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
There's the pass to Lamb. Here's Bacon, guarded by Crawford. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Dwight Howard. Last season, he played outstanding. 4th in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, this to me is one of the best aspects of Teague's game. He is an exceptional catch-and-shoot guy.
Carter Williams kicks to Williams. He dishes it to Lamb. Pass to Howard. Williams a screen. No good from Howard.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Boy, how about the quick hops to power through that throwdown? That is really nicely done.
Charlotte calls timeout. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities. They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Patton. And Wiggins is subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 12 in the game.
Well, this kind of scoring performance is going to have defenses reacting to Towns the way they did to Anthony Davis.
There's Williams, and the rejection by Jang. Carter Williams against Teague. Over Carter Williams. Bank shot, no good. Hornets trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got that one up quick.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Batum with the steal. Carter Williams against Teague. Carter Williams kicks to Lamb. Puts it up from 15. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Butler. Out left to the wing. Towns the screen. Teague kicks to Zhang. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Butler. And the layup is good. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Howard with a screen on Teague. Carter Williams kicks to Howard. Here's Batum. Wiggins with some nice D.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Bucket is good.
Well, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with the terrific mid-range game.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. 5th is Dwight Howard.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Cody Zeller's checked in for Dwight Howard. Batum attacking, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. Charlotte shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%. And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Teague the pass to Towns. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the Hornets call time here.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively?
Hornets trail by 16. And here is Carter Williams. He kicks to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Teague dishes to Towns. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Pick by Zeller. Carter Williams kicks to Zeller. Feeds the Lamb. Teague against Carter Williams. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jeff Teague. Doris, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, a game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
That free throw good from Carter Williams.
Well, there's no doubt that last season the major downfall in most games for the Timberwolves was their struggle on the defensive end of the floor, right? Too many holes in the perimeter, couldn't get stops when they needed them.
Monks checked in for Charlotte. Second free throw, no good. And this Minnesota roster has good defenders on it, Doris, but it's just a matter of getting all 5 players on the court to commit on the defensive end.
Right. Think about how young they have been, and focus at times can be an issue. You know, Coach Tom Thibodeau is not going to let that slip. This is a group that showed improvement as the season wore on, and they know they must be much better on the defensive end this season.
And the rejection by Jang.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now Carter Williams, picked by Zeller. Carter Williams kicks to Monk, over Butler. The shot by Monk is no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working
as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Passes to Towns. Jang with a clean look. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Carter Williams. Lays it up off the glass. Carter Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Carter Williams looks like he's floating out there, but has that deceptive first step.
Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Towns. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Boy, how bright is the future for Karl Anthony Towns? The guy's already putting up 25 and 12 in his second year. This guy led every big man in double-doubles last year. He dominates every category you want a big man to impact.
The free throw drops for Towns. And talking about Towns, Doris, in his double-doubles last season, ended up being third overall amongst all players, trailing only Westbrook and Harden. Not bad company at all.
Well, yeah, there's no question. It's amazing to me, Kev, how easy Karl Anthony Towns makes it look. He puts huge numbers up on a nightly basis, and to be honest, he's going to be regarded very soon as the best big man in the league.
Hornets trail by 18. Now, here's Monk to the wing right side. Here's Carter Williams, and the rejection by Towns.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Teague against Carter Williams. Jang, a screen. Here's Teague. It's tipped.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. For Charlotte, they had made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Minnesota making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dan. And it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague. Bacon, he's checked in for the Hornets. Julian Stone comes in for Michael Carter Williams. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Minnesota leading by 16. Towns, the screen. Wiggins outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And for the Hornets, they're shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Stone passes to Bacon. He feeds it to Zeller. Charlotte moving it around. The shot's good from Monk. Monk's got his second basket of the game.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
They get it again. Towns, no luck.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Here's Stone. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
Pass to Towns. Taken away by Williams. Here's Stone. 7 points in the game. Outside Williams. Knocked away. Now the dish to Zeller. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Monk. Here's Williams. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Kicks to Butler from the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Butler's got 9 points.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Williams, a screen on Butler. Monk dishes to Williams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And looking now at some numbers for Wiggins, a very nice season for him last year. Put up about 23 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Patton, he's checked in for Towns. Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Crawford in for Butler. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. And Williams drops them both. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Stolen away. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Now the feed to Stone. And the pass to Kaminsky. That misses off the backboard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Picked away. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Monk's got the ball. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Monk's got 5 points now this quarter. Crawford passes to Patton. There's the pick. From past the arc. And Jamal Crawford gets the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Here's Monk, and then Monk with the dunk.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Brooks kicks to Crawford. He dishes it to Muhammad. With 1 on the clock, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Minnesota leading by 9. Setting the 4 for the Hornets. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Jeremy Lamb out there with Carter Williams, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. And it's Towns penetrating.
Strong drive by Cat. What an incredible addition he is to this league.
Carter Williams with it, picked up by Teague. Batum with the ball. Clock at 6. They set the screen. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Well, you think about Tom Thibodeau as the architect of so many great defensive teams. For Minnesota, it took some time on the defensive end, but he feels like this team is starting to turn a corner on that end.
That free throw, no good. And for Thibodeau, you simply can't play for him unless you exert maximum effort on defense. Doris, he can be tough, but fair in what he demands.
Well, as long as you're willing to work hard every single day on every possession, you can play for Tom Thibodeau. This is a guy who constantly preaches the importance of the little things, and he wants proper defense to become second nature for his team.
Butler sets a screen for T. Pass to Towns. He doesn't hit that one. Williams with the defensive effort. Here's Lamb. Basket good. Lamb's got 9 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Towns the screen. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Offensive rebound. Jang dishes to Wiggins. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Towns. Another miss by Towns.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Lamb, good. Minnesota leading by 5. Dishes to Wiggins. Jang a screen. Wiggins kicks to Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 11 points in the game.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Howard with a screen on Teague. Carter Williams kicks to Williams. From deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They led by as many as 18 points. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. Charlotte calls timeout.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Teague against Carter Williams. He kicks to Lamb. Williams a screen, and the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
It's good. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Williams a screen on Teague. Feeds it to Williams. To the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for Minnesota.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times. Because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
There's the pick. Towns, the pass to Jang. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
Listen, this guy's shooting it well enough these days, is Gorgui Dieng. You might want to run him off his spot and make him put it on the deck.
Batum, and stolen by Butler. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Teague's got the ball. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's short off the rim.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
And Lamb kicks to Batum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. Coming off a terrific season. 6th in rebounding, 12th in scoring, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. Here's Jang. Another miss by Minnesota. Hornets trail by 15. And here is Lamb. He's got 12. And stolen by Jang. Here's Butler. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Carter Williams against Jang. And the rejection by Towns.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And Lamb kicks to Carter Williams. Lamb up top, defended by Butler. Lamb dishes to Carter Williams. Trying to get back on track. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Carter Williams has got 7 points. Teague the pass to Towns. Wiggins kicks to Towns. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Lamb dishes to Zeller. And that one, good. Zeller's got his second bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Teague the pass to Towns. Outside Butler takes a 3. Butler can't get that one to fall.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Teague against Carter Williams. And the rejection by Towns. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
And when you watch Cody Zeller on the floor, you just see how effective he is. He really plays the position well on both ends. He doesn't put up those huge numbers, but the change for his team is that he is so versatile and easy to plug in.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota.
One shot. One shot.
And that one falls for Zeller. And Greg, last season the Hornets were so much more productive when Zeller was on the floor. He was crucial whenever they came away with the win.
And many fans will tell you that Zeller was the second most important player on the team last season. Not a big box score guy, but his value to a team is undeniable.
Here's Brooks. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night. There's a screen. Monk kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Stone. Picked by Zeller. Free throw line jump shot. And it's Stone missing.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now here's Muhammad. Tight defense on him. And Bacon pulls it down.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Monk kicks to Kaminsky. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Timberwolves leading by 12. Brooks dishes to Crawford. Gibson the screen. That's tipped. Banked in off the glass. Gibson's got 5 now.
If Taj Gibson gets around the rack, you understand this guy is going to make an opportunity.
Here's Stone. 7 points in the game. He feeds it to Monk. Shot clock at 6. Over Crawford. The shot by Monk is no good. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Kaminsky with the double team. Timberwolves passing it around. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Monk. Crawford kicks to Gibson. And they pick up 2. He has 7.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Picked by Zeller. Pass to Kaminsky for the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
The dish to Gibson. They set the pick. Here's Crawford to the inside. Here's Patton. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. Here's Stone. He's got 7. Out to the right wing. Bacon gets the bucket. Bacon's got 6.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Crawford passes to Gibson. Back to Crawford. Gibson setting the pick for Crawford. Monk with a double team. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good 3-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Hornets trail by 17. 1:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Zeller passes to Bacon. Over Muhammad. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Crawford outside. Left side, Gibson. Lays it up off the glass. Gibson's got 6 in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Kaminsky kicks to Monk. The feed to Stone. Off target from outside. Minnesota leading by 17. Crawford, no one around him. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Monk. Kicks it to Zeller. Nice move. And the dunk by Zeller.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
50 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Now here's Crawford. Defense right on him. Over Monk. Here's Patton. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and that one misses. Hornets trail by 17. Bacon the pass to Monk. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Brooks. He's got 7. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Muhammad. Can't nail the jumper. Bacon. And that's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. We've got Patton. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The pass to Gibson. Gibson the screen. Off the pick. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. They recover it. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. They shoot again. Off the left rim and out. Hornets trail by 15. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Carter Williams dishes to Williams. Kaminsky kicks to Carter Williams. Williams in the post. Working on Gibson. Williams can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 15. There's Crawford with the 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Bacon's shot is off. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
He dishes it to Monk. Good on the 3-point shot.
It's an encouraging sign to see Monk working off those pin downs. An effective shooter when he gets any sort of daylight.
Minnesota calls timeout. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And the Hornets making a change here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Thank you, David. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I tell you, you better protect the basketball around Jimmy Butler. The anticipation skills, he'll pick it clean from you.
The kick out to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. 12 points for Williams.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Teague the pass to Towns. over Williams. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Carter Williams kicks to Williams. The shot that time, not on target. And Minnesota now the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Teague can't hit.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Rejected by Teague.
Wow, how about the superb extension on the block from Jeff Teague? He just reads his man perfectly, Kevin.
Butler dishes to Teague. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hornets trail by 15. There's a screen by Williams. And Lamb kicks to Williams. Fires it up. That's good from Howard on the assist from Marvin Williams.
And Howard just shrugging off the competitive defense there, using his muscle to get the job done near the basket.
They set the pick. Wiggins kicks to Butler. Right through the D for the layup. Butler's got 21.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand. I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Takes the 3. They get it back. Wiggins, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you see it right there. Wiggins excels at drawing contact, getting to the free throw line, his specialty.
For all the great things that Andrew Wiggins does on the floor, he is still working to solidify his defensive game. Never easy, Doris, for a young player in the NBA, and it's something that he knows he can improve upon.
Well, and I think the important piece is Andrew Wiggins is invested in becoming a better defender. And most pure scorers think they can get away with playing average at best defense. Wiggins wants to be known as a complete player.
Towns with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Shoots over Batum. Again, Wiggins missing.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Now here's Teague. Towns, the screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Hornets trail by 15. Screen by Howard. Lamb with the ball. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Lamb. Clock at 6. Over Butler. And the Hornets miss again.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Because sometimes Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
Williams a screen on Jang. Batum attacking. Butler with the steal. The finish. And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Batum passes to Howard. Lamb dishes to Batum. Over Wiggins. A shot by Batum, no good. Timberwolves leading by 18. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by Howard. Here's Williams. And he makes that one. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Teague with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. Wiggins from outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Towns the screen. T kicks to Towns. Over Williams. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
How about the skill level of Anthony Towns? I'll tell you what, the touch inside, it's a joke how good he is.
Dishes it to Williams. He kicks it to Lamb. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Minnesota leading by 14. T kicks to Towns. From 12 feet out, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Feeds to Carter Williams. Picked by Williams. Shoots off the screen. Here's Lamb. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Butler. And he slams it down right on top of Marvin Williams.
I'll tell you this. The entire night, Jimmy Butler has been dictating the pace offensively.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
So it's the Hornets now. They trail by 16. And Batum kicks to Howard. Shoots over Towns. Towns knocks it away. Teague with a clean look. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Free throw drops for Lamb. Shortening the preseason, adding a week to the regular season to avoid some back-to-backs. Doris, how much is that going to help the players, you think, stay healthy?
You know, this is a fascinating development in one of the areas where the NBA was so proactive in long-term health and well-being of their players. Kevin, I'm anxious to see. Everybody was frustrated by the number of preseason games. They didn't matter. And so I think by taking some of those games that have zero impact on the season, zero impact on how you evaluate and put your team together, is going to be critical to avoiding back-to-backs and the dreaded 4 games in 5 nights. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
Doris, we're going to get a better product in the regular season. We're going to see players fresher, less injured. I mean, it's a win-win.
Agreed.
And it's Carter Williams in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
As off as he's been this quarter, it's not helping them to trim the deficit.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
And the Hornets call time here. And Jeff Teague coming over to the Timberwolves in free agency. Greg, the team felt he was the perfect fit.
You know, and it seemed for a while the Wolves had wanted to kind of mix things up at that point guard position. And you knew they had someone in mind when they dealt both Rubio and Dunn in the offseason. Teague was their man all along.
And so it's Charlotte with it. And here is Carter Williams. Passes it to Howard. Over Towns. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Butler sets a screen for Towns. Towns a screen on Carter Williams. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Puts it up from 12 and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 19 points for Williams.
And passing with a purpose there. I love how Carter Williams keeps his teammates involved.
Butler. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Batum against Wiggins. A shot by Batum, no good. Timberwolves leading by 16. Towns a screen on Carter Williams. Here's Teague. Great look there, but off target. Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Lamb.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Minnesota's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Teague dishes to Towns. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Lamb, tipped away. Howard, the pass to Lamb. Another shot, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
I think you can't even go for that rebound. He's completely checked out. Just leave it alone.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Timberwolves.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Patton, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Teague. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And how about Monk's ability to get shots up over the defense? He likes to stick it to them, just showing a lot of focus on that finish.
Brooks outside. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, and at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.